Hey guys, so story time. My computer is completely destroyed, and this is going to be the story of how that happened. So yesterday I decided to try and reset my computer to clear up all the stuff that's on it, get rid of all those old projects, and you know, your stuff piles up. I go to do it, first thing I save all the stuff I want to keep on my external hard drive, which has got about 1 terabyte on it, which is pretty good because you can save the majority of what's on the computer that you want. The reset was going to take a while, so I decided to go to bed and wake up and then continue the installation process or starting up process when you start a computer for the first time. I wake up and we have a power cut, and God knows what this did to it during the night, but I decided to turn it on. I turn my computer on and it starts up normally as if Windows was installing for the first time. Then of course I get in and everything's fine, but then the screen shuts off and I'm like, wait a minute, why does that shutting off? Shouldn't video drivers stay the same? And I'm just assuming that they don't, because when you reset it, I guess it gets rid of it. So I'm like, okay, I need the drivers for this one, so I pop in a very old graphics card which doesn't need drivers necessarily. So with my old graphics card I decided to go and install the new drivers. Then all of a sudden everything just shuts down and I don't understand why. Birds. And I go to check what the problem is, and it doesn't appear that anything's wrong with the actual computer itself. So I'm sitting there wondering what on earth could be going, restarting, starting again, and every single time it shuts down, all the video's not showing, or stuff like that. This time I go into the computer with a torch because I want to see, maybe something's screwing up every time I start it up. And I notice that there's a liquid all over the motherboard, and a liquid all over the power supply, and a liquid, pretty much everything that had a fan, there was liquid on it. I was wondering how on earth could this have happened within the last few days that there suddenly is liquid in it. Anyway, I sit there, take a vape, as you do, then I notice the smoke starts to move towards the computer and then starts to rush through the fan and then rush through all the other fans. And I look at the vape, I look at the computer, I look at my hand, I vape, and I blow it on my hand, and sure enough, it's that same oily consistency that was inside the computer. So the computer is completely, I don't know if it's short-circuited or something. Anyway, now the computer won't start at all. Ironically, it happens the day I choose to do a reset, that it completely blows over, which is pretty cool because I've saved everything I want to save on the external, so we don't have any risk. It was incredibly lucky, and yeah. Anyway, I can't do much, so I go and grab the parts to create another one, but of course those parts are very expensive and I won't be able to afford it for a few months because YouTube cuts down on the old revenue. So we're gonna build this bad boy. Let's see how far we get. I know very little about computers. I kind of had an assisted build at about 8 years ago. This is the old motherboard. As you can see, looking dusty as all hell. If you take a look real closely, you can see this liquid starting to form on the outside. My theory, of course, as you probably already know, is that it's vape juice slowly over time kind of building up amongst the dust. This is of course our cover. I haven't given that a clean yet, but I'm going to give it a clean, and I have cleaned my actual desktop because it was looking filthy. And it's still kind of looking filthy, so this is going to be our case. I decided, because I have a very small budget, that I'm going to be using my old case because new cases are just fancy, and maybe it won't fit. We don't know yet. I'm using my old hard drive because I don't have a copy of Windows 10 to install into the new one, but we also have another terabyte hard drive which we're going to chuck in. Hopefully the new motherboard supports too. These are just thingamadoodles. And of course this fan was the gunkiest of all the things, had the most sort of condensation, oiliness to it. It's pretty disgusting when you think about it, actually. So I thought you guys might enjoy helping me build it. Helping me, watching me. Helping me, watching me. Is there really a difference? Taylor doesn't know, and talking to himself seems to help a lot of the time, so... don't know where that came from. Also I need my card reader because we edit a lot of video footage stuff. So yeah, let's get started. I've disassembled that, I've done all that, all the boring stuff's over, and let's take a look at what the new gear is. So when disassembling this, I noticed that I found some more gunk inside the power supply. Now I was thinking, wow, there's a lot of liquid in there, and it's probably the reason my computer wasn't turning on at all. It's probably the reason the video card actually cut out, because it wasn't getting enough power, purely because it, power's being spread through water. I don't know, I just want a computer that works. Anyway, I saw this one and I thought it was pretty good. It works with my graphics card, it supplies enough wattage. Next up, as you all know, you probably want to go for a decent CPU. I went with Ryzen, Radeon Vega AMD thermal solution, yes, installation instructions and limited warranty information. Excellent. Whatever that means. Got this motherboard, it's slightly smaller than my other one. I can always resell these if I don't open them. Got a cooling fan, because pretty much all the fans in it were absorbing all the, sucking in all the vape, or whatever it was. Master liquid. I don't really like liquid cooling, don't judge me. I haven't had a great experience with liquid thus far. And finally I had 32 gigs I believe in my last computer, and I still have the 8 gigs and still have the RAM. The RAM seems to be fine for my previous build of this. So I got 2 more, and these are DDR4, which the other one's a DDR3, I believe. We got a 1 terabyte hard drive, it's only HDD, so I shouldn't be manhandling it. And we also have, they're not going to fit, GTX 1050 Ti, which I've had a bit of a play around because the old system was working with it, which is pretty cool, and it's in here. In all fairness, I'm not actually sure what goes in first. Should I look up a tutorial? I'll look up a tutorial. Let's just open everything. It's always fun to open. Save the moment. Oh, it's over quicker than I thought. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, that's complex. Whoa, that's huge. Will it fit? Ah, crap. Oh, catch thy drift. So it should be fan down. Hold on, I'll do it so you can see it. Oh, I'm getting everything all dusty. Ew! Please fit. It fits! It actually fits really well too. That's snug, man. It's very snug. Okay, cool. Plus, this one's significantly smaller, so I'm not sure. Ooh. Ooh! We'll figure it out when we get there. Goodbye. Nice, of course. Wow, it's crazy that it's like everything's standard size, which is pretty cool. It's not really fancy though, which is okay. That is epic. Look how clean that is. I was going to say, it's crazy. They've made the entire tower to kind of like fit whatever one of these you choose. Let's go ahead and open the liquid cooling unit. G-unit. Like the swag lord I am, we'll just go wham! The unboxing is literally going to be the best part of this video. Get rid of that. Eh? Is that the actual cooling? Huh? It's just like a radiator in a car. Oh, that looks swagalicious. It's got LEDs too. That's amazing. Amazing. Then we have CPU. Which I'll get rid of that with that. Heat sink fan included. I wondered why it was so big, because I know this is the actual CPU. It's the actual CPU there, and it's been opened. Can't complain. Oh, look at this baby. Yeah, this looks more familiar to me. So the cooling goes on top of the Shizer. I hope I haven't just wasted my money on it. Let's begin. slowly place it. Just be very careful. Oh, oh. It's amazing that it all fits so well together. Screwdriver. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Right, 2 hard drives. Peachy. Peachy. Oh, ooh. Right, hard drives in, CPUs in, which was a tedious process, so I had to orientate it, but I've been doing it the wrong way the entire time. And so now I'm just going to install this RAM. Okay. One side. And that's another side. Oh, that was easier than I thought. The thermal paste on the bottom, which is brilliant. Oh, it has two. Well, that makes life significantly easier. That's definitely. Yeah, now we are mounting this bad boy. God. Oh no! Oh well, we'll see if it still works its magic. Oh good. I just pulled it off and the paste. So try to evenly do this one. Officially 100% installed. Excellent. After fiddling around with this one, which apparently isn't even supposed to be there, I'm going to install the power supply finally and then take a wee bit of a break because it's getting too late. Screw. Yo! Okay, power supply's in. Now allegedly is just the time to connect all the wires together, which may turn out to be a boring process, so maybe edit it out. These are the new ones, which I think I'm actually forced to use. I don't know if this one's fit. This SATA is definitely data, and pretty much everything's power, and then I'm going to chuck my graphics card in last. For actually fit. It doesn't look like it lines up correctly, but hey, if not, I'll just saw through these. It's all good. So I think I have everything in. I just need to chuck a graphics card in, and I think actually that'll be about it. Now the problem with the graphics card is that it has had a little bit of the liquid on it, so I'm not too sure if it's going to work. Let's get this bad boy in here. Now, I guess it's time to test it and see if it actually runs. I've done as much as I can do, so now I'm going to test the Reno this thing. It's all these cables dangling out and stuff. It just looks ridiculous. But hey, you know, you can only get better than this, so let's flick the bad boy on and hope for the best. Okay, hey, we got something going. Hey! Okay, moment of truth here, babe. Come on. Maybe we gotta pray first. Okay, if it explodes actually, which is unlikely, I don't. This is so strange. One beep. What? And just placing it in the motherboard. It looks, oh! Very clean. It works! Okay, this doesn't work. I have no idea why. I am the most fortunate thing in the world that the motherboard has its own graphics engine, HDMI input thing. And the best part is, Windows 10 is still installed. The second hard drive isn't formatted yet, but there's a whole terabyte just waiting for me to make some tippity top games. So yeah, thank you everyone for what? Why am I doing this? So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. The computer works, I'm happy again, and everything's being powered. Thank you to the new components. I know they're not the best, and I know that was a bit of a struggle, and I know I'm not really good at setting this stuff up, but hey, we got there in the end with a bit of common sense and Google. Anyway, the old computer lasted a whopping 8 years. It looks completely and utterly destroyed. We'll catch you guys later. Have a very great day, and I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.